Welcome internet, it's my garage. Got a couple new things going on here besides these little drawers sitting in my garage. I picked up my old Dyno NSX. This is a 1998 Dyno NSX that a friend growing up bought, and then I later acquired from him. And then if you guys see this is my 96 GT Pro Series team that I had gotten brand new from my dad for Christmas back in 1996, back when I was like 12 or 13. I'm not going to do math right now. And this, of course, is my wife's 2021 Liv Tempt 2, 27 and a half. And we've done a couple of upgrades to it already. Swapped out the seat for this WTB Volt 135. Swapped out the grips for these ergos. Pretty nice, not my thing, but they're comfy for her and highly rated. The other thing we did was swap out the shock, the fork. It originally came with a Suntour XCM, I think, or XC something. It was a coil fork, didn't feel good, it's like a pogo stick. So I swapped it out for this Judy, RockShox Judy silver TK with lockout. Not a whole lot of offerings, especially when you're looking for a straight steer tube. So the next thing that we're going to do on this today is swap out these short, like, what are these? These have got to be, let's see, this is 750. This is probably 725, 700. These got to be like 680-ish bars. We're going to swap them out for these 800s with a 35-ish. I'm thinking these are 35-ish rise on there. And the reason is to give a little bit more upward comfortable position, so she's not quite as leaned over on this. And to see, one, I want to see if she notices it, because I didn't tell her I was going to do this. So let's do it. Loosen them up. Hey, pull right off. Nice. So there's one. We'll just let that one sit there. Let the other bar. Oh, this one might. Oh, we're good. We're good. Luckily, this bar wasn't any longer, or I would have had some trouble. I guess I'll swap this reflector over too. Hey, safety first, right? All right, and I just loosened the cover here. I didn't want to take it off entirely. So here's what we've got in terms of bar height difference, right? So significantly taller and wider. So let's see if we can't get this one to squeeze in here. Do I have to? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to loosen this up a little bit more, aren't I? Yeah, we want to be about like that, I think. All right, so let me tighten these up. And shit, noob mistake. This doesn't actually, can I go this way? Hey, look at that. Oh, damn it, doesn't quite. Oh, can I? Yeah, look at that, I spin the bars. Whew, looking good. And guys, there we go. It's looking a little bit more serious now, isn't it? Time will tell. Let's see if she notices. That's the next thing. But I'm gonna go take this for a ride. Well, it's a Liv Tempt 2 with a handful of changes. First, you'll notice it's got the Maxxis Ardent tires. Even though the site says Kenda something or others, this one came with the Maxxis Ardent tires. It's a 27.5 inch. This is a small frame with 2.25 front and rear. We replaced the pedals with these full plastic composite fixations. Not the greatest, but they work. We changed the seat to a WTB Volt 135 out from the Liv Sport. We have replaced the Suntour XCM or XC something coil fork with this Judy silver TK. So it's got the lockout, and it is an air spring. And then brakes are the same. Everything up on here is the same, except we just today did this riser, Deity Blacklabel riser bar, which I think they say it's a 38, not quite a 40, or maybe it's a little less than 35. Anyway, I think it's their tallest one. And then finally we did prior to the bar, we did the Ergon GP1 grip. So these are pretty cool. So this is how the bike is today. And I did the riser bar because I wanted to have a little bit more comfort off of the front end and have it be a little bit better going downhill. I think the next thing I'm going to do is see if I can't fit a little wider tire up in the front. It looks like it's got the space for maybe a 2.4, possibly a 2.5. Besides that, I have been having an issue with this drivetrain. It has been okay up until the last couple of rides where it almost feels like it's skipping a gear or skipping a tooth. I'm not really sure which. I don't think it's been skipping a gear, but it's definitely been making some clunking noises. So we're gonna go for a ride here on the latter half of the trail around the neighborhood and check out the bars at the same time. I do like the added rise of this bar. There we go. A little bit of a climb. I went down 3. Oop, loose on the rocks. Okay, so maybe this is a good testing point. So we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th gear, going up the climb, standing up. I think my knees just hit the bar a little bit. Well, this is a size small frame, 800 mil bar, and I'm 5'11". Okay, so of course I want these gears to make some noise, and it's not so far, but I'm not really pedaling on this little downhill area here. There are some hills on the back half. See if we can't get to reproduce. What am I in, 4th? Let's go 5th. All right, silent so far. That was a spider web. One time I don't wear my glasses. Right in the face. All right, let's go down to, what is it, 6th gear now. All right, still silent. Of course, it doesn't do it when I'm recording. Or when anybody else is watching, for that matter. Up into 6th. Still nothing. Still silent as it should be. Okay. We got some deer over there on the right. I was a little oblivious to that. Good thing it wasn't a bear. All right, downhill, 7th. Oh yeah, these wide bars feel nice. Good call. Well, that's it. Unfortunately, no drivetrain noise. So I guess that's positive, but damn, it does it at the most annoying times. All right, guys, I am back in the garage. I had to give it a little bit of a thought before I followed up. But here's the deal. We went from this aluminum 670 mil width bar, which was a 20-degree rise, that had 3 degrees of upsweep and 6 degrees of backsweep, to this Deity Blacklabel, also an aluminum bar, that has 5 degrees of upsweep, and it's got 9 degrees of back sweep. In addition to that, it is an 800 mil, standard 800 mil width bar, which you'll find on downhill bikes, enduro bikes, that sort of thing. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it all in frame or not. And maybe I can sit these and they don't fall and make a bunch of noise. But that's basically the difference we're looking at. And that makes such a big difference because when your hands are more inboard, slight tweaks, slight movements, well, say the same degree of movement results in the tire making larger steering corrections. And what that ultimately means is when you're on the trail, you're able to be more stable with the bike. These small corrections that you're just going to naturally make and these small movements that you're going to naturally make when you're riding are not going to result in quite so much of a steering movement. So it becomes more stable at higher speed. These bars are also taller, from a 20 mil bar to a 38 mil bar. This is effectively 18 millimeters taller, right? So you're not reaching over quite as far, and your hands are wider. So you've got a little bit more of an upright position on the bike, and that's going to be good for descending. So you're not leaned so far over. You got more control when you're going downhill. So sure, could I pull this front end up? Oh yeah, a good bit easier than before with the other bars on it, but it's not going to be something that's out of hand when you get into the climbing situations. So in conclusion, if you did happen to pick up this bike and you are looking for a little bit better downhill stability, just overall stability and downhill capability, simply swapping out the bars is a nice improvement. And for $85, $90, you really are going from a cross-country type of cockpit feel to much more of a trail bike feel. And I think that's a lot of bang for the buck for, 80, 90 bucks. One thing I would have liked to have seen with these, or ridden it a bit more to tell, is how this impacts hand fatigue. Being that it is a wider bar, maybe that means vibrations aren't transmitted out quite as much. Maybe the material and the length absorbs more of those vibrations. Maybe that makes it more comfortable on long rides as well. Time will tell on that one. But so far, just to wrap it up again, I think that a riser bar is a pretty good change to this bike if you are looking to have something that's a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more up, and makes it a little more, trail worthy. Well guys, that's all. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found this informative. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. If you have any questions about this Liv Tempt 2 that we've got, or any of the other bikes like my old Trek 2010, 2010 Trek 6700, my 96 GT Pro Series team, where is it at? Oh, there it is. My 98 Dyno NSX, or even the Kona Big Hanzo, let me know. I will catch you guys later. See ya.